Let's peek into 5 of Katharine Hepburn's lavish residences, each with unique features. In 1913, the Hepburn family moved to a gorgeous cottage in Fenwick that had formerly been their summer home. A causeway that passed over a cove separated the cottage from Old Saybrook. In the cottage, the sun-filled rooms had family pieces featuring light brick walls and sturdy pine, walnut and mahogany furniture. New England antiques and classic Americana, decoys, quilts, and Hepburn's scenic paintings created a warm atmosphere. The living room's white slip-covered sofa with red pillows added style and practicality. The bookcases, overflowing with books, added an intellectual richness to the space, and a nearby library table provided extra space. Fenwick is known for its shingle-style homes, coves, jetties, causeways, and 2 antique lighthouses. Hepburn called Fenwick paradise and spent time there swimming, playing golf and tennis. In 1938, a hurricane washed away the 3-story family cottage. The Hepburns rebuilt Fenwick to replace the lost property, which we will discuss later in the video. Today, the Fenwick cottage is a monument to Hepburn's resilience and love for this picturesque location. In 1928, Hepburn married her college classmate, a Philadelphia businessman, Ludlow Ogden Smith, who was 8 years her senior. At this point, she was a budding actress and moved into a townhouse at Turtle Bay Gardens in New York. Turtle Bay is located on Manhattan's east side, and its name comes from the numerous turtles that once inhabited the East River Bay. Hepburn owned the 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom townhouse from 1931 till her death in 2003. Built in 1899, the 244 East 49th Street townhouse, a mix of architectural beauty and elegant interiors, measured 4,620 feet, excluding the vast shared garden. The 19-foot wide residence was 4 stories high and featured 6 fireplaces, complementing the interior spaces that have today been upgraded to 21st century standards. Hepburn loved fireplaces with a passion. By the 1960s, Hepburn had retired to her townhouse. The garden floor opened into a gated forecourt leading to a foyer tiled with stones. This led to an eat-in kitchen equipped with an inbuilt banquet and breakfast table and a butler's pantry with a wine fridge. From the kitchen, the layout opened into the dining room, which had access to the building's garden. Beyond that, via a low wooden gate, was Turtle Bay Gardens, a private but shared 1,000 square foot garden with a 2-level flagstone patio surrounded by a fountain. The lush park was filled with various flowering plants and mature trees. Also present were several fountains, accessible to only the 20 townhouses surrounding it. Upstairs on the parlor floor was a formal living room with a wet bar, 11-foot ceilings, and French doors that opened to a Juliet balcony and gorgeously restored hardwoods. It also had an intimate library at the rear, with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the gardens. The 3rd floor contained a massive master bedroom that could accommodate an additional bedroom and sitting room. The suite boasted floor-to-ceiling windows, a clawfoot bathtub, double sinks, a step-in shower, and walk-in closets. Hepburn's vanity mirror was through the bathroom. The master suite featured another wood-burning fireplace and overlooked the rear garden. The 4th floor had 3 spacious bedrooms, 2 with ensuite baths and roomy walk-in closets. The other rear bedroom had another wood-burning fireplace, all accessed via a wooden staircase. The wine cellar, half-bathroom laundry room, and storage space were on the lowest level. Modern renovations had seen enhancements like security and AV systems and central air conditioning and heating. Today, the eat-in kitchen has high-end appliances, including double ovens, a sub-zero fridge, a mild dishwasher, and a 48-inch Thermador 6-burner range. The kitchen also boasts stone countertops and custom cabinetry. The living room retains its original wood-burning marble fireplaces. After Hepburn died, the property sold in 2006 for $3.9 million. It had been listed for rent several times for nearly 20 years, and this was the first time it had been listed for sale. Believe it or not, if you thought $3.9 million was hefty, it's on the market now for a whopping $7.2 million. In 1932, Hepburn left Broadway for Hollywood and rented a spacious mansion at 2320 Beaumont Drive for about 5 years. The house was tucked away in a quiet neighborhood in Coldwater Canyon between Studio City and Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, on a tree-lined impasse. Built in 1927, the 5-bedroom, 6-bath hacienda exuded old Hollywood glamour and had indoor and outdoor fireplaces and beamed ceilings. The home formerly belonged to Boris Karloff, a horror film actor renowned for roles in The Walking Dead and Frankenstein. Karloff's great passion for gardening was evident in the home's lush gardens, which exist today. Eucalyptus and laurel hedges, they give the property a sense of privacy. The grounds had a fruit orchard with limes, lemons, oranges, apricots, peaches, grapefruits, plums, and avocados, plus a gorgeous rose garden. This mix of flowers and fruit trees made the grounds even more breathtaking. With its old-style terracotta roof and flower-filled terraces, the mansion also boasted a majestic swimming pool under a tree canopy. The interior had exposed wood-beam ceilings, whitewashed brick walls, and mosaic tiled staircases that played into the mansion's Spanish architecture. Other home highlights included antique chandeliers, 2 outdoor and 6 indoor and outdoor wood-burning fireplaces, and a beautiful continuity between indoor and outdoor spaces. Today, after extensive renovations, the home has central air conditioning, a heated pool, and a pizza oven in the courtyard. The home was 1 story high with wings, giving it an appropriate living space of 5,000 square feet. Numerous patios were built around the wings, one of which had enough space for entertaining guests. In 2015, the home was listed for $9 million and was bought by Scott Silveri and his wife, Shayna Goldberg-Meehan. The two were famous producers of Joey, a TV show, and writers of the sitcom Friends. The couple renovated the home and strived to maintain the original rustic and old-school charm. The house today looks exquisite, a blend of the old and modern. The main entry leads to a spacious formal living room with details like terracotta tiled floors and wood beam ceilings. The plush seats in the living room give the room a feeling of luxurious Hollywood living. The family room has exquisite Spanish mosaic tiles, antique chandeliers, exposed wood beams, and terracotta tiled floors. Massive clerestory windows allow natural light to stream in and provide a breathtaking view of the gardens. The formal dining room has huge French doors that open to a patio. The upgraded gourmet kitchen has modern appliances and utensils, and an antique range stands in the middle of the kitchen, with light streaming in from large skylights directly above it. Extensive cabinetry provides extra storage space. The master suite has a massive bathtub, a dressing room, and a separate shower with a bench seat. The master suite also has a window and a door that accesses the backyard, with extra seating space. The skylights in the master bathroom allow natural light to stream in, giving the room an airy and fresh feel. Hepburn returned to her childhood home, where she lived until she died in 2003. In 1939, her family had rebuilt the family home after the hurricane's destruction. Sitting on about 1.5 acres, the Hepburn home was secluded, giving her the privacy she craved. The home measured approximately 8,300 square feet and included a 220-foot dock, boat mooring, overlooking a golf course, and a pond where Hepburn would take a dip every day. Howard Hughes would casually visit and land his seaplane in front of the home in the 1930s. Hepburn decided to keep some 3 adjoining acres open, giving the property an open space feel. Today, a local land trust owns and cares for the open land parcel. The house has a stunning panoramic view of 2 19th-century lighthouses where the Connecticut River and the Long Island Sound meet. The majestic house had 6 bedrooms, 7.5 bathrooms, and 7 fireplaces, and stood on a reinforced concrete mat with its footings on piles. The inside was pine paneled, while the outside was painted white brick. The only decorations were Hepburn's travel souvenirs and her paintings. Her bedroom was on the 2nd floor at the east end, and she had a corner filled with samples of the vast collection of unusual hats she had amassed. Hepburn had no photos of men except her father and Spencer Tracy, the married man she had a 27-year-old affair with. An old family friend of the Hepburns, John P. Wayne, designed the house while Robert B. Swain built it, and Saybrook's LeMay Construction Co. dug the foundation. The first floor had a panoramic view and magnificent view of the two lighthouses and the Sound. The house had a music room, a vast open porch, and a dining room. Facing the lagoon was a hall, pantry, kitchen, utility room, maid's living quarters, and a garage. The second floor had some bedrooms, maid and chauffeur rooms, and bathrooms. On the third floor were more bedrooms, bathrooms, and storage space. In 2017, the Fenwick home sold for $11.5 million, down from the previous asking price of $11.8 million. Well-known Manhattan builder Frank J. 𝗂𝗵𝗋 Jr. purchased the house, having bought it from the Hepburns' estate for $6 million in 2004. The home had been on and off the market for years, with a one-time asking price of $18 million. 𝗂𝗵𝗋 obtained permission to subdivide the Hepburn land and build another house on the estate, now 6 Mohegan Avenue. 𝗂𝗵𝗋 completely renovated the home, creating stunning light-filled rooms over the 3 stories. He added a gourmet kitchen with white marble counters, custom cabinets, a sub-zero fridge, and an Aga stove. He added a spectacular blue-screened-in porch with cozy seats overlooking the Sound. Features that 𝗂𝗵𝗋 added to the house helped combat coastal storms, making the property more attractive. 𝗂𝗵𝗋 installed concrete and rock seawalls and breakwaters inside the water just outside the property, which softened the powerful storm impact. Berms protected the home against rising tides by added rigid foam insulation lines, which are less permeable. They also lined the house walls to block strong winds and water from reaching the house's facade. 𝗂𝗵𝗋's most expensive move was raising the main house 5 feet to protect it from frequent floods. When she and Tracy Spencer started their relationship, he refused to divorce his wife over his Catholic beliefs. The relationship lasted a quarter of a century until Tracy died in 1967. Before Tracy died, Hepburn lived with him at 9191 St. Ives Drive in Beverly Hills in a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom cottage owned by George Cukor. Built in 1951, the 3,013 square foot single-family home sat on a 6,185 square foot lot. Hepburn redecorated the home and recycled wooden valances from Spencer's previous apartment to make a desktop resting on 2 chests with 3 drawers each. Hepburn and Tracy also own 776 Mission Road in Palm Springs, a Spanish Revival bungalow in the heart of Old La Palmas. Built in 1935, the house was a classic example of California architecture and offered the lovebird seclusion. The house was set on more than half an acre and featured massive living spaces, which included a living room, dining room, kitchen, office, den, and powder room. The master suite had a separate casita, a floating connecting roof, and a 2-car garage. During renovations, some added features, still available today, included an outdoor living room that offers guests a panoramic and breathtaking view of the mountains. Also included were 3 fireplaces, 1 in the living room, 1 by the fire pit, and 1 outside. The house boasted a cabana and a private 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom guest house, complete with a living space, private outdoor spaces, and laundry facilities. The 1-story home also had a swimming pool next to 3 mature palm trees, while others dotted the entire compound. The 3,547 square foot home had gorgeous cathedral vaulted ceilings and several built-in features, such as walk-in closets and a pantry. The patios were both covered and uncovered. The flooring was different in different rooms and consisted of ceramic tiles, wood, and block pavers.